Hello everybody, and welcome back to 5 Minute Crypto, the channel where we cover the most important crypto news in just 5 minutes, back again with another crypto update. China's Bitcoin crackdown contradicts Peter Thiel's belief that it is a financial weapon against the United States. So what has happened is that a little while ago, a couple of people came up with the theory that Bitcoin, and specifically the whole mining operations over there, were all made because they want to use Bitcoin as a financial weapon against the United States. However, since China right now is really cracking down on all those Bitcoin operations, that whole theory is kind of crumbling. Because if it was an operation from within the government or from within higher bodies, why would they then try to crack it down? What is going on in there? That would be so odd. And that's a little bit about this article, and that's a little bit about the theory. It's really popular right now, really trending, I would say. Yet in the end, it is all a little bit conspiracy, since we are not quite sure what their bigger plans are. We're not going to find it out. And all you can find is different sources. But of course, a Chinese source will say something completely different from a US source. A European source even says something completely different. So you just believe what you want to believe, and look up the bigger picture, look up a couple of articles if you're going to tackle this problem or think about this problem properly for yourself. So once more, the kind of conclusion of this one is there's a big discussion going on right now between the US and China about cryptocurrencies. Then Coinbase mentions Cardano ADA as one of the biggest crypto out there. Well, it's kind of a stupid article if you think about it because, well, it is one of the biggest crypto, so why name drop it like that? But they just specifically tweeted, over the last year, ADA has grown into one of the biggest crypto by market cap. Looking to learn more? Our new explainer has you covered. Which basically that they made a new little video or a new little section where you can read into it about Cardano, and they wanted to promote that a little bit, so they added a little catchy phrase. And it's not a lie though, because Cardano has increased like crazy over the last year, and that brought me to this article. Billionaire tweets about crypto, but who's standing up for ADA? I wanted to make a quick aside before I go into the article. Are we allowed to substitute Bitcoin for gold and common items yet? I'm feeling as good as Bitcoin. All that glitters is not Bitcoin. She has a heart of Bitcoin. Doesn't sound too shabby if you ask me. Since Bitcoin is vying to be a store of value in competition with gold, perhaps these phrases will become ubiquitous one day. I just thought that was a really interesting little quote right there at the top. Now, what the article is mostly about is about billionaires talking about different crypto. Here he's talking about Mark Cuban, who's really obsessed with NFTs and before DeFi. He basically just rides the wave. This Mark Cuban is kind of a sellout in my opinion. Then Cardano on Twitter. If you include Backstreet Boy Nick Carter as an elite, I don't, but alright, then I have good news for you. The former frosted-tipped crooner has expressed his admiration for the digital currency numerous times in succulent tweets. Move over Bitcoin, it's Cardano turn now, whatever. In the end, guys, there's a ton of billionaires who are most likely hodling these crypto who are not letting us know. So once more, if you're going to really worry yourself about this, about what billionaire has said what, I think you're in the wrong game, because really speaking here, a lot of these billionaires most likely are not telling you, and we gotta wait then for some of the SEC statements, for example, or some of those bigger websites where you can see what people with huge net worths and with huge amount of money are buying to actually confirm it, because I don't really think they're telling. Why would you? Why would you if you want to buy in cheap? Theoretically speaking, these guys have way better chances to increase their bags if they just keep it low for a little while, buy it like crazy, and then go for a full campaign to announce it. Then retail traders become sitting ducks as sell-off triggers $1.4 billion liquidations. This article is now, I believe, from yesterday, because I waited a little bit too long, but it was really interesting, really relevant back then because of the huge liquidations and a huge flash crash that just occurred. I wanted to quickly say, however, that I'm buying the dip like crazy, and right now, as you can see, a couple hours later, if you check the price right now, most likely almost anything is up. I don't want to really brag about it or, be too kind of douchey, but we had some really crazy accurate predictions right now on most of these cryptos. We've been calling the bottom out quite a lot of times, and I'm really happy to say that we're doing good. However, I am also sharing my whole entire altcoin and crypto portfolio over on Patreon. I think a link is down below. If it isn't, then I don't know, but I hope it's down below. And then $48 billion hedge fund Millennium Management invested in Grayscale BTC. Once more, the exposure towards Bitcoin is increasing. Regulations are going to be harder to pull off as more money enters the space, and this is serious money. This is not play around money like you and I have, where you're maybe having a maximum of $10 million. No, we are talking potentially about multi-billion-dollar hedge funds who are entering this space. They got some freaking money, all right? They got a ton of freaking money, and they don't really play around with that. So they're not going to accept Bitcoin being banned completely. Of course, that would not be an option anyway. But this is also another confirmation that ETFs are going to be coming up, as there's just too much interest for these bigger institutions to get into crypto. That was it for today's update, though. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something new. Make sure you subscribe for more important crypto updates, and I'll see you guys again in another one.